Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. So I'm reading for Cancerian energy for Thursday. So we'll see what we get. Right away, as soon as I started tuning into your reading, I heard no special treatment. So I don't know, maybe this is you saying, right, yeah, that person can get involved with this, but they're not getting any special treatment. It's giving me the energy of like, um, say for example, you were in a position in work where you could employ people. It's like you're creating the team, and it's like, okay, well, this person, this old friend, or this family member, they want to be on the team as well, but they need to know that they're not going to get any special treatment from me. This is like a work relationship, right? So drawing some kind of distinction there. I don't know if this is somebody saying this to you about you, they're not going to get any special treatment, or you're saying this about somebody else. It may be for one person, it may not be for all of you, but that's what I heard. With it, as I'm moving into your energy, I almost feel very panicky. It's almost like maybe, I don't know, maybe you or somebody else, you were expecting special treatment, and this idea of not having special treatment is kind of scary to you, right? It's coming in with this kind of like back foot energy. It may be something completely separate, but it's very nervous. It feels a little bit like anxiety. It's kind of, I'm feeling it on the back of my neck and on my chest, a little bit out of breath, a little bit panicky. It's coming in with this slightly, I want to run away. Am I really getting into the right thing for me? Is this a good idea? Again, it could be like you're going to go and work with family, or you're going to go and work with a friend, like going into business with a friend or something like this, where it's like, oh, maybe actually I'm having second thoughts on this. I'm doubting this now, because it's like, what I'm hearing, what if it all goes wrong? What if all goes horribly wrong? So yeah, this kind of it's panicky. It's like on the edge of something panicky, feeling like you don't have all the tools at your disposal or something like that. And then the Seven of Cups fell out as I was shuffling, preparing to do your reading. So the Seven of Cups is that kind of foggy brain, mental confusion, lots of different options, not knowing which course of action to take. And I'm just getting this kind of like running away from it. It's like, it's coming in with this energy of it's overwhelming. I cannot think. I'm gonna run away, right? It's like I can't. It's too much. It's too much. Panicky. I don't know what course of action to take. I just want to be away from this situation. So again, it could just be for one of you. I'm not sure. I'm definitely strongly picking up on that energy though. No special treatment. So get more information. So I've also got something, again, it could be tied to the situation. It could be something completely different for somebody else. But I'm getting this thing about wanting to bring love into a situation, wanting to bring emotions into a situation, or just more love, right? But the message that's coming in, because I lit a joss stick, a patchouli joss stick. Patchouli is about love for me. It's what I burn when I'm feeling like there's something to do with emotions, like positive emotions. So the patchouli joss stick, as I was lighting it, I noticed it had like this big bulge kind of on the stick. It wasn't like a smooth stick, it's kind of like an ugly joss stick. So it's like sometimes love comes in unexpected packages, or sometimes love and relationships, then it's not always pretty. Sometimes there's ugly parts. So maybe learning to accept that, maybe learning to love the ugly parts. I'm not sure, but we shall see. Let's get you some words. So, Cancerian energy for Thursday. Just as I'm doing this as well, you may hear my son. He's quite loud in the background. He's playing computer games with his friends with his headset on. I've been a bit poorly, and I've only just started eating full meals again. I've not been able to eat without feeling very sickly. I don't know if I'm going through an ascension process again, but I've just had a full meal, so my tummy is very, very talkative. It's like, what is this food? I don't remember what food is. So just kind of like heads up on that one if you're hearing that in the background. So Cancer, Cancerian energy for Thursday. Getting that kind of, it's like, it's the energy of like, if you know, sometimes when you're talking to somebody and somebody comes up too close behind you, and it gives you like that kind of prickly sensation of like, somebody's watching me, somebody's too close to me, it's uncomfortable. It's kind of coming in with that. And I'm getting this energy of like, maybe somebody's gonna like touch you on the shoulder, close to the neck. It's like somebody's gonna put the hand on you, and it's gonna be like, it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to have this, I mean, even if you like the person, even if it's completely like not a problem, you know, you like this person, they've got every right to put their hands on you, you know, it could be your own partner. It's that surprise of, I wasn't expecting someone to touch me. It's kind of like, oh, it's what I'm getting there. Sugar, you're getting a sugar daddy. That came through in somebody's reading last week. Sugar do 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 do, ah honey honey, you are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Sugar better. That's kind of giving me Mary Poppins. A spoonful full of sugar helps the medicine go down. It's like sugar's better, right? Maybe you're getting better. Something about maybe you've been a bit poorly too, and you're getting better. Like sugary medicine, like syrups and things. Lick. It's better to lick honey than a lemon, isn't it? I don't know. Sugar lick. Maybe it's horses. Some of you could have a horse, right? A sugar lick. That's or like a salt lick, but a sugar lick. I don't know. They're showing me like, you know, the square cubes of sugar. Desire. No, this is right. Cancers are back at it again, bringing that kind of mysterious, watery, like complex energy that's really desirable. You're turning it on, Cancer. What can I say? Queen of Cups is on the underline of this deck, so yeah, sexy time for my Cancers. Maybe. Sorry, my video cut out. I hope I've got the footage up until now. Yeah, it's like maybe somebody touches you and you know, they give you goosebumps, you know, like I'm just getting this energy of somebody coming up behind you, almost that kind of like guess who energy. Or even maybe like some of you are getting blindfolded, right? And you're like taste testing things, but you've got a blindfold on a little bit. Is it When Harry Met Sally? Or I don't know. There's two films that I get mixed up. And Winter. It looks like you're going to have a really good winter. It looks like you're going to have a really good Christmas season, Cancer. What can I say? Winter is coming, and who can blame them? Right. Okay, did not expect this reading to go this way. I'm really pleased. I'm so pleased, Cancer. Okay. No special treatment though, right? So you have, for your spirit guides, these are kind of like, they may be people that you, that remind you of somebody. So it may be like, oh, these are my friends. That person reminds me of that person. So it may be people in your tangible reality who are kind of like acting like earth angels for you at this time. Or it could just be literally like your spirit guide, your ancestors, however you want to take it, okay? But you've got Goddess Kuan Yin, compassion, kindness, divine mercy. Very pink, very Queen of Cups energy, right? Goddess Gaia, that's like kind of earth magic, and Mary Magdalene. Goddess Gaia, Mother Nature, the provider, the elements. And Mary Magdalene, divine feminine. I mean, that's you, right? You are typically the divine feminine in the tarot. Divine feminine, devotion, sacred sexuality, sacred sexuality. Whoa, Cancers. Why? What was I worried about? Maybe this is the thing. Maybe it's like you go into something. It could be a new relationship. It could be a certain situation. Again, it doesn't have to be romance, although it's looking that way for a lot of you. You go into a situation, a relationship, maybe you have some doubts and fears, but when you get into it, you're tapping into that very, 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 how do I put it? Very physical, very pleasurable. Yeah, sacred sexuality, divine feminine devotion. This feels like it's all you. It does. I mean, maybe not. Maybe this is other people for you, but it feels like aspects of the self, right? Almost like the Empress. If you think of the Empress, she's all four queens of the tarot. Because this is kind of giving me Queen of Cups, which is typically your energy. And then this is kind of giving me Queen of Pentacles, which is, kind of that kind of earthy energy. So these combined, this kind of like compassion, kindness, mercy, it's quite Libran as well. And then this kind of earthy, Mother Nature, the provider, the elementals, that kind of, it'd be Capricorn if it was Queen of Pentacles, but like also kind of like very Virgo, Taurus, and then divine feminine, that's like Empress, High Priestess, sacred sexuality. It feels like you're doing some great Kundalini or tantric stuff. It's like, that's a good way of putting it. It's like being with somebody and it not just being physical, right? It's the physical stuff is great, but it's like maybe you've got a psychic connection with them. Maybe you just intuitively connect with this person. You know what they want. They know what you want. I just keep getting the word. I haven't said it yet, but they keep giving me the word intoxicating. Like intoxicating. It's like the desire is very intense because it's like enveloping. So everybody wishes they were a Cancer right now, right? Goddess Kuan Yin, Mary Magdalene, and Goddess Gaia. It's just, it really feels like Empress, like fully feminine, like it's like, it is like goddess energy, right? It's like earthy, warm, loving, nurturing, fiery, passionate, but bringing those emotions. You can maybe be able to hear my neighbours have got music on next door, so again, apologies if you're not into the background noise. And there she is, look, there she is. So there you are, that's the Chariot, that's your card in the tarot, and there's Queen of Pentacles, which I was saying was this energy, right? Interesting that they're both black on these cards. Just it may be just because it's this deck's quite unusual in that originally when the tarot decks were designed, there was a lot of white people on the decks, right? It was designed for white people in like ye olden days, and there wasn't very much diversity on the cards really. So I do use these decks that are a little bit more modern that I really, really like, that are a bit more diverse. This is a very feminine deck though. There's mostly women on this. There's a female emperor. I like this deck because it has a much more diversity in it. It's more representative of modern culture, if you like. But it's just interesting to me that the energy that I associated with the Queen of Pentacles has a similar look in both of these cards. So I just feel like that's for somebody, like for somebody, it's either like you identify, like you identify with this person, you think, yes, that's representative of me. Look at this Empress as well. Or some of you, it's like, this is somebody that you know, this is like, you know who this person is based on the way that these characters look. And the energy, right? And the energy of this. Really, really nice. So Chariot and Queen of Pentacles, somebody's in control. You feel like you're in control. You feel like you're making decisions. You're balanced. You're in control. You've got, you know, you're doing everything that needs to be done. The Star, wish fulfillment. Like, yeah, you're making your own dreams and wishes happen. You've kind of got a handle on your own life. I'm just checking the view. You've kind of got a handle on your own life. Emotionally, you're very stable. You know what you want. Grounded, stable, nurturing, knowing what you want, knowing what your dreams and wishes are, knowing how to heal, knowing how to have success, taking control of your own emotions, probably taking control of your own life as well, and really moving forward in a very, very strong emotional place. So Cancer, I love that for you, because in the past you've given me some very tricky readings where you've been emotionally very wobbly, and there's none of that here. None of that. This is like girl boss energy up here. Really, really good. Very stable, very healing, very nurturing. I don't know if you're healing and nurturing to others. Your thoughts, you've got the Four of Wands. Right in the centre, you've got the Three of Cups. And there's the Empress with Judgment. I want to say that you have very good judgment. So I don't know what that sense of panic was, that Seven of Cups energy that was picking up on the start of the reading. I'm not seeing that here. I'm seeing you being super duper stable. like divine feminine energy here. Cancer, you're doing, this is really good with your friends around you, and that's so important to you. In the last few months of readings, a lot of you have been really through something that was very emotionally turbulent, quite traumatic for you. It could be the loss of a person, the loss of a situation, but it's you've had these readings where you've been talking about like the crumbling, like everything falling apart, which I almost want to say it's kind of like your friends that got you through it, right? It's your friendship groups, it's the people that provide you with that emotional support. You know, they've kept you grounded, they've had your back, they've kept you solid. Not for everybody. I know that not everybody's lucky enough to have that support network, but you know, it could be that you've been playing this role for other people as well, because you are the nurturer of the tarot, right? You are the Queen of Cups of the tarot. So I'm just keeping getting like a little help from my friends. I'll get by with a little help from my friends. So, and you're coming out of it really strong. If there's been a tower in the past, I want to say that you've come out of it on top, right? It's like when everything fell apart, you kept it together, you took control of the situation, you gathered people around you, you organized people to help, because it's really stable. The Four of Wands and the Three of Cups in your thoughts, though, it is telling me that there may be some kind of like event, like you're planning an event, or you are organising some kind of get-together with your friends, or you're attending a get-together with your friends. The Four of Wands and the Three of Cups are both cards about celebration and events, right? The Four of Wands being like the tent pegs, is like constructing the circus tent, or constructing the home, or constructing, you know, laying the foundations of something solid. But it's also a card about celebrating milestones. So it's like, brilliant, I've graduated, let's have a party. You know, somebody, let's throw a baby shower, something like this. So there could be definitely some kind of milestone, or something that's happened, an event or a feature in somebody's life that's being celebrated here. It looks like you're, in your thoughts, you're thinking about some kind of get together, some kind of celebration, some kind of party, and then coming out really strong here. So it's like knowing that you're going to come into this situation looking really good. It's almost like the specific example that they're giving me is like somebody who has been through something like a breakup, right? And they go to an event where they know that person from the past is going to be there, so they really make the best of themselves, they really glam up, and they're really in control of their life, and they're quite happy to flaunt how well they're doing. It's like, look at me now energy, look at this revival that I've had, the revival of the self. It's like coming out of the cocoon, right? So what's actually going on in your tangible environment though? You have love to give. I feel like this is you, like approaching these like family, friends, like wanting more love in your life. And like I said with the joss stick as well, it's like wanting more love in your life, but understanding that it's not all rose-tinted glasses and rainbows and sunshine and lollipops, you know? It's love is true love, unconditional love is loving somebody even though they're not perfect. Right? Loving somebody even though they're flawed. And yes, we can gather around each other and support each other and encourage each other to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be, but we can love those people when they're not perfect. You know, when they don't hit the mark, when they do fail, we can still be there and still say, I know you did your best. I know it didn't work out this time. I still love you. I still support you. We're going to figure out how to, you know, I don't know, it's not even like, because you don't want to pressure, I don't know if this is like a parental thing, it's like you don't necessarily want to pressure somebody to be the best all the time, because again, that's kind of coming in with the kind of like critical sort of Aquarius Virgo energy that's kind of quite Scorpio as well, a little bit, where it's like, I'm going to criticize you, I'm going to push you to be the best version of yourself. It is a little bit, it's not really accepting to do that, where this is much more supportive, and you are the Queen of Cups, you are the counselor of the tarot, right? So this is like, and the Queen of Pentacles you're showing up with, and all this healing energy. So it's just emotional support is all I can say for you, like pouring it back into yourself as well. Like, how would you like, don't beat yourself up over things. What would you say to somebody you loved if they were in that situation? And then, like, telling yourself those nice things that you'd tell a friend, rather than being like, oh, I'm terrible, I failed, you know. What would you say to yourself if you were your best friend? Yeah, definitely moving forward, definitely communicating, definitely taking action. Again, with the Chariot card here, there's a lot of emotionally getting in control, emotionally ready to move forward, emotionally ready to make things happen, right? Not letting other people run your life for you, but taking charge. And you're doing it in a very, very loving way, a very nurturing way. So really, really good, Cancer. This is a brilliant reading. But wanting more information. Feeling like you don't have all the details here. And I think here, this is probably where that confusion hits. So I want to say, there's the Ace of Cups as well, look. Your underlying is the Ace of Cups. So it could be a new friend entering your life. It could be a new relationship. It could be an existing relationship that's stepping up a level, right? There's a new love injection here in some sort of way. There's more love entering your life in some sort of way. It feels like you're taking the lead. It feels like you're in control. You're in control of your emotions. You are supportive. You're nurturing. Your energy's healing to others. You're coming in with this kind of like mother goddess, like supportive, nurturing, huge amount of potential energy. This is a exceptionally good reading. This is you, Cancer. If this is you in a brilliant place. This is you in the highest vibrational Cancerian energy, right? The Empress. So it's just really good, really, really good. And you're taking action. And I feel like whatever you're doing, maybe you are planning an event, maybe you are taking charge, it's like you're doing it for the greater good. You're doing it for others. And then you're moving forward with this cup. It's almost like maybe you're setting up a support group, because the Three of Cups is the center of your reading. So it's like maybe you are thinking of setting up a support group, or I don't know, it could be like a network on social media where it's like, right, we're going to provide this safety net for each other. We're going to make this emotional safety net so that when one of us falls down, when one of us has a bad day, the others are all around to kind of like mother and nurture. Very, very feminine, extremely feminine reading. Again, you don't have to be female, but it's that kind of supportive Empress Yin energy. Just a lot of support. Emotional support is just the key thing here. But you're doing it, you're actioning this, you're mothering others. Right. And it's divinely guided as well with that Ace of Cups on the underlying. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Okay. You're thinking about your relationships, relationships from the past. Which of your friends, it doesn't have to be friends as well, friends, family, co-workers, whoever, relationships, who gives back to you on an emotional level, right? You support everybody else. Who supports you? Who's there for you? You're walking away from people who leave you with that sense of something missing, right? It's like, I know that this person isn't fully giving to me. I think you're being, because you're doing a lot of thinking about this, so I think that you're, and with the Empress energy there, I think for some of you it's like, I'm prepared with this Six of Pentacles to give more if I'm in a position to give more. If I'm in an emotionally stable place, if I'm in a nurturing energy, and one of my friends is going through something where they're not emotionally capable of giving to others in this moment. You know, sometimes people can experience phases in their life where they're emotionally needy, and that's okay. Again, that's part of supporting each other. I'm going to support you when you're emotionally needy, and I expect you to support me when I'm emotionally needy, right? It's like an equal give and take here. So who doesn't give back to you though? Who's always taking? I do think there's certain people that you're willing to walk away from, because you're walking towards people who fully support you in a way that is equal. Some of you could feel a little bit disconnected from your friendship group at the moment, but I want to say that you are in a very, very stable place. Knight of Cups. What's the Knight of Cups for Cancer? That flipped. What is this? You're taking things quite steady. The Knight of Cups can be a very foolish energy. Do you know what? Actually, no, maybe you are being a little bit foolish. But then I would have thought the Knight of Cups would come out in reverse. Again, that Three of Cups there as well. Just be wary about giving your heart away too easily, wearing your heart on your sleeve. I think it's really good to be open emotionally and to be expressive about what you want and what you expect in relationships. I think it's fair to say, I expect you to be here for me when I'm having a bad day. You know, what I don't expect is for you to ignore my calls. I think you can lay out your emotional boundaries, right? You can lay out your emotional rules. Be a little bit careful, some of you, that you don't get a little bit foolish and fall head over heels for new relationships. You may be going a little bit rose-tinted glasses. You may be a little bit caught up emotionally in the situation because this is new and it's divinely guided. It's really, really good. And the Page, right? There is something very, very new. The Devil underneath as well is also telling me, the Devil and Seven of Pentacles. I think definitely you want to take things slowly. You want to watch out for those red flags because the Page of Cups is emotionally immature. The Knight of Cups is quite emotionally immature as well. So there is a sense of being a little bit foolish in love, going into the deep end a bit too soon. So I want to say just hold back a little bit, stay in control, which I think you are going to do. Look, this is control, control, control. Really good energy. I think there's a temptation to kind of, to jump straight in, like to be foolish in love, like to lose yourself in the moment, right? Eminem there, to lose yourself in the moment, to fall head over heels. But I think not necessarily. I think, again, you can probably learn from past relationships that when you throw yourself into something completely, people probably take advantage of that and probably don't match that. So, yeah, just hold back a little bit, because I can see with the Chariot and the Ace of Wands, you really want to move things forward really, really quickly, right? There's an impatience here. But it's saying don't be too hasty with that Fool in reverse. It's like if you really want to enjoy the moment, and this is what I think, these goddesses teach us on the left here, and your words, right? Sugar, better, lick, desire, winter. I think if you really like something, right, they're giving me the sensation of having chocolate in my mouth. So say you put a piece of chocolate in your mouth, right? You can eat it really quickly. You can wash it down with some tea, it's gone. What if that chocolate was really nice, right? You want to keep it in your mouth for a while. So maybe you're just going to kind of like keep it in your mouth, hold it in your mouth, really savor it, really draw it out. And I think that's the energy that they're encouraging you to go into here. We're not looking for wham bam, thank you, ma'am. We're not looking for that felt great, what next, right? We're not Aries here. Maybe some of you have Aries in your chart. You're looking for the better sugar, right? You're looking for licking desire, right? This is a slow and steady situation here, right? You don't jump into something. Don't be too hasty. Don't jump into something and get yourself trapped, right? Take it slow. Get the information you need. Be in Empress energy. The Empress isn't going to go running around chasing people, right? The Empress, like, coming out of judgment, like, you've learnt the lessons, right? You know who to nurture, who to offer your heart to, who to provide that love and support to. And you know the warning signs, you know the red flags of when that's going to be taken advantage of. Let's take it slow. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Because you want to savour it. Page of Cups. Yeah, this is young. This is a little bit of two people who are a little bit naive. They're growing emotionally, I want to say. They're learning, they're studying, they're gathering information about each other. It feels like a new relationship. I'm working you out, you're working me out. So let's take our time with this. Let's open our hearts slowly. They show me peeling an onion. Like, let's peel back our layers slowly. And ease into this. Let's do it a different way than we have in the past. But it's beautiful. A lot of Pisces here. I don't know if you're connecting with the Pisces or you've got Pisces in your chart. All this Cups energy is coming through as Pisces. But it's emotionally new. It's emotional new ground, right? So you could be meeting somebody who is very, very different to the type of people that you've known in the past, right? It's like new emotional territory. Tell me about the Empress and Judgment. Magician. Whoa. Whatever's going on here in your future thoughts, that is powerful. You've got 3 major arcana, and they're like powerful major arcana as well. The Empress is the highest vibrational feminine energy in the tarot, other than the High Priestess. So like of earthy female energy, you can't get better than the Empress. Like, she's all 4 queens of the tarot. And you've got the Judgment, which is like a second chance or a revival or a like a leveling up. It's kind of like hearing the call and doing what you know you're meant to be doing. And then the Magician is like hugely, like, you can manifest whatever you want. This is kind of the energy of what you think about, you bring about. So whatever you focus your mind on, whatever you focus your intention on your, you know, whatever you choose to pour your energy into at this time, Cancer, it's going to work for you, because you're doing it from, you're manifesting from a very, very strong position. Brilliant. And so that, what's the star for Cancer emotionally? Oh, happiness, justice, Knight of Cups. There he is again, that Pisces knocking around. It doesn't have to be a Pisces, it's just Pisces energy for me. It's very, very sweet. It's very it's the knight in shining armor energy. It's the person who wants to be honorable. It's very well intentioned, like, look, cap in hand, bringing roses. Perhaps somebody is very traditional. This might be the sort of person who reads love poetry to you. If you are pairing with a Pisces, they are quite a good emotional match for you. They're another water sign. Really, really romantic. And 10 of Cups, that's like happily, you know, the happiest day or happily ever after or a happy moment. This is happiness shared with other people. The rainbow there signifying healing. The star card is a card about healing. And justice, this could be a soul contract for you. It could be something to do with like law, but being in your emotional space, I feel like this is a soulmate contract. This is somebody who's meant to come into your life to teach you a lesson, and it looks like it's a lesson about healing. I'm not saying that it's your forever person. I'm not saying that this is, you know, your Prince Charming that you're going to marry and live happily ever after with, but it could be. These cards say it could be. Emotionally, you feel that way. I want to say that because this relationship is different from the relationships that you've experienced in the past. It's very new with the 2 pages of cups and the 2 knights of cups. It could be that this person expresses emotions in a different way than what you're used to. You know, again, this person wears the heart on the sleeve. You could be, I don't know what to do with that. I'm used to being with people who are very critical when they love, or I'm used to being with people who are very closed and icy. So to be with somebody who is almost in a kind of, you know, young children, they say what they feel. It's that kind of like, oh, hey, I like you, want to get a drink sometime. And you're like, wait, what? Are we not playing games here? The Knight of Cups isn't playing games, you know? Very genuine. Very sweet, very, very sweet. So it just feels like a different type of person than what you're used to. And emotionally, it looks like it's very, very healing for you. But it's also coming in with a very romantic, pleasurable edge, which I don't think you want to spoil by jumping into this too quickly. I think you want to drag this out as long as you can, right? I think you want to savor the moment. So what else can I say? There's the Page of Cups again, look. Really, really lovely. And it is coming in with this ascension. It is coming in with this, again, with the Judgment card. It's a higher energy. It's a leveling up. Really lovely. I really like this for you, Cancer. I'm actually so happy for you. I want to say, if you are very experienced, don't scare this person off, right? Don't go in a bit too hot and heavy. I feel like, you know, you could really intimidate this person, because they are with that Page and Knight energy. It's like this person's heart is quite vulnerable. They're quite, maybe a little bit naive in love. Don't take advantage of this person. Like, this is something that you need to treat very gently. And I see you doing that with the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress there, right? This is someone, you know, if they put their heart in your hand, you need to be wearing like soft gloves. You need to, you know, be very, very gentle with it. You know, don't hurt this person. And that's the thing, Cancer, I think a lot of you have been the person who's been, you're used to being the person who's hurt, right? You're used to being the person who's taken advantage of or hurt. And for you to suddenly be in a position where, like, the power's in your hands, like, all of a sudden you're responsible for somebody else who's more vulnerable than you. I think you know how to treat this person with the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. I think you know what this person needs with that healing energy as well. Because it's what you need, right, as well. We're seeing double A, we've got the 2 Knights and the 2 Pages, so I do think this person's heart matches your heart. Like, it's kind of like going back to the start. Somebody had that, I think it was Aries. Going back to the start of what was your heart like before it got broken, right? What was your heart like when you were perhaps a tween, right? And you were sweet and innocent and you'd never been hurt in love. That's this kind of energy. Advice then, please. Advice for Cancer. And I haven't got you a song yet either, have I? I'm going to take that one to read. Make the change. But you've also got stars. You can manifest your every wish. Absolutely, with that Magician showing up there. And bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Yeah, you are standing up for yourself. I can see that, right? But you can stand up for yourself in a Empress way. You don't have to be the Emperor, right, going and swinging your sword around, being harsh. You can stand up for yourself in a position of, I know who I am and I know my truth and this is the way it is, right? You can stand up for yourself in a gentle way. I feel like it's very different from the way that Gemini was tempted to stand up for themselves in yesterday's reading. This feels very high vibrational, I want to say. I'm going to make the change and then we'll get you a song. Do go and check out the description box as well, because there'll be a list of songs there. There'll be an advice song, a song for what you need to hear the most. So go and check that out too. Make the change. There is a big change. There is a big life change you've been thinking of making for a while now. This is a sign that you need to trust your instincts and take the leap. Whether you're thinking about cutting your hair or finding a job better suited for you, do the thing and do it with confidence. So I think there is something here about being open and expressive about what you want and what you need and what you're willing to tolerate as well in relationships. And again, for some of you, it could be business relationships. Doesn't necessarily have to be romance, although the Knight of Cups twice signifies maybe. Your words that came through and your goddesses signify probably. But you know, this could apply to a lot of different situations. So Cancers, do you want to just be happy like Leona Lewis? What do we have for Cancer, please? What do we have for this reading? What do Cancers need to hear right now? El President Drugstore. I think that's with is it Tom York as well? Came from the skies, burst through the gates with no mercy or disguise, with their hearts set out in flames. I know, I've seen the master plan. Well, I'm just a man. I'm not giving in. All the people understand because they all fell down and prayed. I won't read that out because I don't want... There's a certain line that I'm not going to read out because I don't want to be flagged on YouTube by the FBI. Call the FBI. Came from the skies in all shades of green. I'm not condoning anything in that song. I'm going to say it. Maybe some of you are just getting a job in the drugstore. Maybe some of you work in pharmaceuticals. Maybe some of you are becoming the president of the company. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. Go and check out the description box. There'll be a few more songs down there that you can check out. Maybe something will, maybe a name. Maybe you know somebody called Tom, right? Or, yeah, I don't know. Go and check it out. See what you get from it. I'm going to leave it there. Loved that reading for you, Cancer. Keep staying in that high vibrational energy because good things come to those who stay high vibrational. I will see you again soon. Take care, friends.